Drew Coleman Team Haas & Company Realtors here with our favorite economist, the bow tie looking sharp economist, Elliot Eisenberg.
Thank you.
Thanks for flying out from DC to spend some time with us today. I appreciate it. I know you travel the world doing this economy bit. What's the best thing, you talked about the economy here in Oregon and nationally. What's the best thing people can do for the economy personally?
Ideally, make love. That's the thing. We need people. We're short people. We don't have enough people. Unemployment is really low. We need more. And if immigration's not going to work, then it's going to be births.
Okay.
And I hear on the radio that making love can actually be fun. So consider it strongly.
I read that Russia, who has a birth problem too,
yeah.
They're flying Boys to Men in to put concerts in to put people in the mood. So
very funny.
Maybe we should do a national on the National Mall.
Boom.
Yeah, do something like that. So you mentioned in your speech that we have 7 million jobs that need to be filled and only 6 million unemployed people.
Right.
Why aren't those people taking those jobs?
So ideally, this is full employment. When everyone who's unemployed could have a job if they had the skills. But there are problems, of course. Why aren't they getting jobs? They're not getting jobs for two reasons. One, they can't get up on time. They can't afford an alarm clock. Even though you got a cell phone, no alarm clock. And the second reason is they can't pass a drug test. In a lot of jobs, you have zero tolerance, and some have random testing. You fail a test, you're out. So this is a real problem. Regrettably, how can we get people to be a little more responsible, make better choices? That's a whole separate issue.
So move to Oregon, Washington, Colorado.
Where it's easier to get a job when you're high, because at least it's legal to be high.
There you go,
But you can't drive a school bus, unfortunately.
So here in...
I hope not.
Here in the Northwest, here in Oregon, what should someone be doing if they want to buy a home, per se? What should they be doing to get themselves ready for that in the next year or two?
My gosh, I would do it. The climate is good here economically. The weather's the weather. It's always good. But just start saving up. Get enough for a down payment. That's critically important. And find the right house. And don't wait for the next recession and try to time the market. No one knows when it's going to be. No one knows how steep the decline will be when it happens, if it'll happen, how it'll happen. Get on with your life. Buy something you can afford. Don't stretch and make it so that if anything goes wrong and you lose your job for a month, you lose your house. That's too much risk. Be prudent. Okay,
last question. We recently passed, or soon to be signed by the governor, rent control, the first state in the union to do that. As an economist, yes, as an economist, how do you see that playing out?
It's ill-advised. So the problem is housing is very expensive. The reason housing is expensive because you don't build enough. So the solution to not building enough is now to not build more rental housing. Because who's going to want rental housing? Yes, there's a 15-year moratorium on new homes, like a new multifamily, but 15 years isn't that long. And no one wants to build it to be under a regime in 2033 or whatever, 34, whatever. That goes by pretty fast. So the solution really is to get more homes built. Figure out how to get densities up, how to get prices down, how to get permitting processes faster, and so on. If the builders built more units, single fam, multifam, high, expensive, cheap, made out of sauerkraut, whatever, that would mitigate the housing problem. Not putting a reduced. Now this is going to cause house rentals become condos because you get out of the problem, right? This doesn't. No, rental it never solves the problem.
You mentioned we're underbuilt in the nation by 5-7 million homes.
I think more like 4, but 4 million it's millions of homes are underbuilt by. This is a serious problem.
Well, thank you for taking the time today. I really appreciate it.
Hey, my pleasure. Absolutely.
Right.
Thank you.
Thanks, Elliot.